So it's interesting just driving through nobody's land. Actually, there's a cross over here. Somebody who died in an accident. I don't know how long ago. This is just the exit of a smaller city. And then you see sunflowers to the left. Interesting both things. So one, the cross over there, probably somebody who was just exiting the city and trying to speed up, and then the accident happened. This is just unfortunately so predictable. Then if you look on the left and on the right, there are sunflowers. Girasol, tournesol, fleur de soleil, I don't know, whatever the name in different languages. But if you look straight forward is the northeast east. So basically this is the late day time, and the sunflowers already turned their their heads, what you know to call them, towards the east, waiting for the sun. So I guess they are going to sleep now. It will be nicer if you can see a close-up image. This is sort of at a distance. So here on the right, if you look, there is a sign. It's a pastry, bread, bakery, Turkish one. It's called Karadeniz, but I don't know if they changed the name or they took down the Karadeniz. And then old communist style furniture manufacturing place called Relaxa. So relax. Again, sunflower field to the left. Very poor quality of the roads. You look around, only just Western brand name cars. Just tells you the state of economy. Like Opel, Citroën, Dacia, which is Renault, Volkswagen from Frau Hitler time, another Volkswagen. Then we have a Mercedes and the Iveco, Veicoli Italiani, all kind of nonsense. Very, very poor drivers. Look at this guy. And everybody in this country, they should have a tow in the back of the car. What the fuck are you gonna tow with this piss car in front? And those roads are very dangerous out here. OMV, Österreich, I don't know, Magyar something, whatever they sold, you know, the Romanian oil. Just get OMV, the circle, the square, and the triangle. Very, very interesting. Penny, we're penniless. So majority of the retail stores are just chains, whatever, you know, Western franchises like Deutschland, Uberall, Viva la France, and all that crap. And then building material, Köber, we have Umlaut. For the amateurs, can look up and see what Umlaut means. Self-wash, so we're like halfway anglicized. Look at us, this poor flag. It's almost, the red usually goes out. So what's left is like a Ukraine, how to say, ridicule of the flag is just unbelievable. Good year. Again, crazy traffic. Let's, come on. I'm trying to let the guy come. The other one, I'm sorry guy, cannot let you. So yeah, those are these adventures from Absurdia. And we have intellectualizations, you know, like technician, intellectualician. Just sleepy town. Interesting, in this town there is no fax machine, and I believe there is no copy machine either. Second hand. Like, usually I know people have two hands, but when you have two hands, you're gonna have a second hand. Let's see if I can let this guy come. Gendarme. So this is the young people at arms, or gendarmes. We're just emulating France. It's unbelievable, that one too. Well, let's be more aggressive. Just go with your ladder. You know, the Latter-day Saints. Oh, we are the European Union. Look at those flags over here. I believe like there are two of European Union and one of Romanian flag. The church and the willow trees. Willows. But it's like an imitation of willow to the right. Okay. I don't know, when you look at this place, I don't see much connect, or actually I see a lot of disconnect. It's a mixed spirit. So the state of the road is just too bad. This is a horse cart to the left, without the horses, of course. So here we're heading out of the small town. This is not a city. Here to the right is an interesting way of a fence made of stones and gathered in this metallic retainer. Again, the road has just like patches over patches, and everybody just tries to mark their parking spot in front of their house, so no intruders will dare park in their space. House cars on sale. A big cross over here to the right. This is gonna be a connecting Ukraine highway connector in the future. This is half and half made. They try to call it the Moldova highway. You gotta ask the question, like, what the hell Moldova? Which one? Like, is the western part on the right bank of the river Prut, or the left bank? It's called the Republic of Moldova, but actually that's Bessarabia, and then when you call it Republic of Moldova, is like a portion of a larger region of a country is stolen by somebody else, and then the self-entitled is independent, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna say, hey, take the other half of the province, and you know, the stolen province becomes more important than the mother country. That's another anomaly. Here to the left there are some hills. Like, if you would be in California, you're gonna call it Loma Linda. It's somewhere like hard distinguishable on the left. They are about 500 meters high, so if you look, the one on the left probably is the highest. So 500 meters multiplied by 3, somewhere like 1,500 feet high, and then the sunflower fields left and right. Yeah, just I don't know, just a little crumpet of history, like what's called when you break the bread and you have just like small little pieces for the birds. That's what's left of it. And one other interesting thing with this country is overall it looks like this is a little bit of a chaos, disorganized. But no, that's just the surface, because if you look into detail, this is a controlled disorder. It's just a illusion of anarchy disorder, but it's a vicious control that is kind of mocking. It's just mocking the hell out of us and saying, no, this is just it's overall disorganized, it's failing. No, it's not that. But what can you do? Because it looks like if you look at the life cycle of a country, you're gonna have certain generations, and I don't know, like nowadays probably a generation in the past was defined maybe by 15-20 years span. Now it's probably a 5-year span, but even that one is artificial, because the substance of the country has to do not only with the social organization of the country, but like the real what's behind it. How do we live? It's like whatever is not productive, does not making a living. Just like you perform you perform certain services for a printed piece of paper, that's not production. That's just like a business, I don't know, however you want to call it. So not to derail my focus, but we were talking about the supposedly disorder, the haphazard, everybody's free, freedom of opinion, of movement, of this, of that, just like makes me roll my eyes up and down and just create some nausea as well, because this is just an impression. Things are kind of designed, decisions and random things are just like handed from top down, and looks like countries, at least in Europe, becomes little tools of some crazy utopia of federalized nonsense. So then here we have it, like people running up and down and getting out of the country and coming back and just rolling themselves on this social conveyor belt. You have, and you can see, a crisis of identity. You have all kind of appointed, elected people, bosses, whatever. They have no credential. The only credential is that they've been in that position for a while, and you ask yourself, like, what the hell do I have in common with those people? Nothing. Probably not even the language. Because when you don't have a common creed, goal, something to collaborate, you virtually have nothing. Probably people can remember that social contract, social contract, some sociological notion from, I don't know, the 1700s, 1800s, and that's just has died. think it was the social contract I'm referring to was a little bit of an illusion, or a sweet little lie from probably that lived somewhere between we're gonna take a left here, between the end of the 19th century, meaning 1890s, through probably the latest 1990s. Let's make an effort and say very early 2000s, but that's just how the social contract idea didn't gather any traction, because probably it was a lie, or maybe it wasn't a lie. The problem is at the social level, if you make some rules and proposals and institutions and procedures, all that, and then if you are not consistent, persistent, reproducible in applying them, after a while they're gonna just dissipate, they're gonna disappear, and then people are left to their own means and resources, and everybody's just gonna grow and is gonna make their own value system, pyramid, scale, whatever you wanna call it, and the idea is not to have like stiff rules for people's interactions, but at least in certain public professional space area, more or less you need those guide wires. So this is where we are, in a state of confusion. Right in front it's like a steeper hill. The vision is a little obstructed by the greenery. This is not a canopy road, but it's almost like a green canyon or channel. Anyways, now you can see this tree, the pinkish, I think it's called mimosa. Wonderful. Look at that thing. So precious. It's abundant. And that's the only one of that kind around here. So now again in the background you see those hills, those colinas, lomalindas. In Romanian you call it coastă, like a rib, you know, of the hill. Rose bushes and speed bumps, and
now turn right onto DJ 205.
We're gonna take a right. This is like a little bus station with a cross over there in Fort 1894. It's the rights. So was that 131 years old. The little boys on the bicycle.
Meters, turn left onto DC 147. Then your destination will be on the left.
People walking against the traffic. Look, this is electric thing. It's all burned out. The vegetation over there.
Now turn left onto DC
Another kind of like a willow, but it's not a willow. That's one. This is, I think, another kind of a mimosa, no?
Turn right.
It's like a lilac tree, cars over cars just littering the road left and right. People park on the road. It's like continuous line, no problem. We have a convertible, no registration plate, license plate. Here as we get to exit, there's a nice little like a wine country. Look at those roses. So it's like a wine country estate. It's too much said. But I think that one belongs to an Italian, Greceanca Petrosele. So the Romanians, they're like, some of them poor in their own country. Look at this, it has an eye over there. It's wood shingles, shingles, wood shingles. Look, nice. I had a dream one time to stop by here and drink a coffee in the morning. Here, rocks, those are places so people won't park on the side of the road. And then we have the vineyard. But this is like a prison. I mean, and I understand. It's like you have fence left and right. But again, those lands aren't in the property of the. I shouldn't say stupid people, but you know what I'm referring to. It's like they can belong to any other foreigner, anybody who doesn't have much business. But it's nice. It's kind of extensive. It's a large area. And you can tell it's an intensive vineyard. It's the way I look at similar to say like tomato cultures in the West, say in the Netherlands, Dutch, the Low Countries. It's just crazy how many names they give to those. Holland, Dutch, whatever, and out there they have those hydroponic tomatoes that there's no taste. It's just, again, people just park on the side of the road. Okay, so it's just a random drive, whatever you're gonna call it. This is like an old, I don't know, something related to wine. It's a local shuttle bus. This is just the sewage project and another older building that's gonna fall on our heads. And you have those ditches on the left and the right, but they're pretty big if you don't pay attention. Just stop your car. So this one again is parked like almost like halfway in the road. We have the hitch. We gotta have the hitch. Another hitch. This one doesn't have. Oh, I'm surprised. Not too bad. We should have hitches and ladders. We're gonna have to hitch everything. The school, not the skull of a dead person, the school out here, entering through a little commune. It's not the commune from Paris. But anyways, I'll just end up over here, so I had enough ramble for today. Bye-bye.
Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right onto the J203C.